You haven't dated anyone or haven't dated a lot, I need you to internalize this shit. This is going to be me preparing you for something that's going to inevitably happen in your life as someone who desires love. And take this as a big sister moment because no one prepares you for this shit. And you're going to hear this from all sorts of people and all sorts of language, and you're still not going to listen. But take this for what it is, a sign. One, this is not my main point, but you need to hear it because you aren't told often enough. You're a bright and beautiful presence in this world. Do not diminish the value of that presence because you haven't fallen in love yet. Two, you will inevitably like someone, or there'll be a situation, or you guys are in a relationship, or you guys are in a situationship, or you guys are friends, but you actually like each other, blah, 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 whatever it is, right? And it won't work out. And it doesn't work out. And a lot of things don't work out. But this is kind of achy because you used to be a part of something, and now that something has dissolved into nothing. And in that nothingness, there's a space, and you don't know what to quite do with it or how to fill it. And there's just emptiness, and you thought you were strong enough and prepared enough. And despite not knowing anything about love or ever dating someone, you thought you knew how to handle it, but you don't. And when you haven't dated a lot or haven't dated at all, it's hard not to feel unwanted in a way that is completely unwarranted. It's hard not to feel like nobody will ever love you. And as hard as that is, and all that heartache and all that bereft-ness, you need to remember that you've only met so little of the world. Derogatory. You have only seen one, maybe two corners of the world, and that's it. And you think that you have already run into the love of your life and they don't want you? I say this specifically to the people who haven't dated before or who haven't dated much, because you have only met so little of the world, and you believe that your soulmate is from K through 12, from university? Some, maybe.
Yeah, she's so right. Like if you've never dated before, sometimes it's good to go out of your comfort zone. Maybe you move out of town, go to another town, travel, just go away from the place where you are. Like so many people are stuck in the same place, the same place where they were born. They went to school in the same place. Most of their friends are their friends from high school or their neighbors from childhood. The same people. Try to travel, try to go out of the place where you're so accustomed to. Go to new places, meet new people, travel the world. I see so many girlies traveling around the world. They're going to different countries. I mean, nowadays we have so many travel bloggers who are not just traveling for blogging's sake. They're also traveling to experience the world, to meet new people. So try to travel. She's so right. Just try to travel and know that where you are is just like a 0.1% of the world, because the world is so big. There's so many people in the world. I mean, there are billions and billions of people in the world that you might need to meet. So don't get stuck in this tiny bubble where you are. Go out of your comfort zone, experience the world, and meet new people. And why not the love of your life?
Maybe, but most people don't meet the love of their life in their first, second, or third relationship. Most of you have only seen the corners that your hometown and maybe your college town occupy. Do not let your world narrow into only those corners. I promise you. There's so much of the world and so many people out there that you have not experienced or met yet. I promise you, you already knew how slim the pickings were in both of these places. You consciously knew, and you decided to overlook that. And we'll talk about how to date for your standards in a different video. But just, this is already hard. Your first heartache or whatever this is. Change the worldview a little bit. Grieve and heal, but just remember all the people you haven't had the chance to fall in love with yet.
So, when I look at the comment section of these videos, I mean, over 3,000 comments, and most of the ladies and the young guys on the comment section are saying that they've never ever been in a relationship. They've never had a kiss. The same thing over and over. I mean, what's going on? What's really going on in the world? Is it COVID? Is it the cost of living crisis? Is it inflation? What is happening? What's happening? Why are the young girls and the young boys not dating? Why are you guys not dating? Why are the guys not chasing the girls anymore? Why? I mean, you all young boys, I'll say young boys because there are men also who have also checked out, and I don't understand why, especially the guys who were here before the internet, before the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs can do that because, I mean, they were born into this, but you were born in the 90s and the 80s and late 70s, but you are still doing as if you are a Gen Z. When the Gen Zs are saying that they're checking out, you are also saying that you're checking out. What's your reason for saying that? What? Because you were born in a time when men chased women. Men went out for dates. They took women out for dates. But now you're just so sucked up, so drenched in this culture of hookup and situationship that you don't want to take anyone seriously. No one wants to be serious in the relationship anymore. And that's why we have this. This is gradually becoming a pandemic. Because when you look at the comment section, almost everyone, I've never dated, I've never kissed, I've never had a boyfriend. I really want to have a boyfriend. I want to have that experience. This is something that I want to have. Yes, it is okay to be alone, but I have never had that experience of being with someone. And that's the experience I want to have. And people who are married also, they don't understand when people who are lonely, who are single, say that they want to have that experience because they only know being in a relationship with someone. So it's kind of conflicting. But at the end of the day, if someone is single and they say they want to have that experience of being in a relationship, they want to have a boyfriend, let them do it. Let them have the experience. But they have to put in the effort to have that experience, because if you give out negative energy, toxicity, you are only going to attract negative energy and toxicity. If it's hookup, you're going to have hookup. If it's situationship, you're going to have the guys that are going to come for the situationship and for the hookup. And there's something else that I want to really talk about. I mean, women, you all want to date the same kind of guys. All the women want to date the same kind of guys. I mean, they want a tall guy, dark in complexion, broad chest, fit. I mean, rich, someone who is going to give them the soft life. And unfortunately, there are not so many of those kind of guys who really want to commit, because most of those guys are in high demand. So these guys are just taking advantage of the girls because they know that, okay, they want me. I'm just going to hook up and dump them. Hook up, ghost them. Hook up, ghost them. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening, you know? And everyone wants to look the same. Everyone wants to date the same guy. Everyone wants to eat the same kind of food. Everyone wants to be the same. How is this gonna work? How is this helping us? How has this helped us? How? It hasn't helped us. We haven't had any help from it, because now we see so many young girls and young boys are saying that they want to be in a relationship. They want to have, they want to meet their soulmate. Someone is saying, yeah, like this. The thing is, I do not specifically want to meet my soulmate. I just want to get to know someone romantically. Which is actually being reciprocal. Like, they just want to feel, they have that experience of being in romance, to be in a relationship and feel the romance, and have someone who is also in need of that kind of relationship, to have a reciprocal relationship, reciprocal situation. But then when you feel like this, you come out and there is this guy who is saying, I've checked out. I don't want the girls anymore. They're coming for my money. Oh, they want my money. They either do 50-50 or not. High body count, you know, they have a list. They have a very long list. All thanks to red pill.